Hey, what's up, Cool Like That peeps? It is me, your Cool Like That Asian in the house. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hopefully, you all are doing great out there. It is Sunday, and happy Labor Day to all of you. I am actually doing my video for the month. Well, not really the month, because I wanted to do two videos, maybe September 1st and not September 1st, but the first Sunday of September. I should be specific about that. First Sunday in September and the third Sunday in September. So at least I can get two videos and podcasting out. Basically, I have also TikTok that I try to do those snippets and small little videos where I can just like have fun and let loose, because a lot of my over the years, my podcasting and my videos have been a little serious, and the podcast is going to be a little more serious than as ever, but I'm going to try to make it a little bit more fun, because I feel that I need to get into that headspace. But why I'm also putting my time frames on here, because I realize I need to start leaning into my strengths, really, because my strength of controlling certain things and in a controlled environment doesn't make me go crazy for some reason. And over the last couple of years, during everything going on, I was I was very much out of control, from not planning certain things and not committing to certain things and not doing things that I really felt was right for me, because controlling something is not always a bad thing. And it's the notion of controlling can be a bad thing when somebody else is controlling you, or other things are happening, or you feel bad at times where you have to control certain things. It will stress you out, but also it can make you feel more alive too at the same time, because if we notice, during this pandemic, it was out of our control when certain things happen. And I just need to lean more into being in control of my life and controlling the things that I can do. And this podcast and the videos that I make is stuff that I was able to control way back when it first came out. And I was happy doing it. I was happy with those little things. So probably I'm just gonna not probably I will lean right more into those strengths, because I think nowadays we're looking at things in a bad sort of light, and there's never it seems like people are losing the touch of good, so what I'm going to probably be doing is looking for more of the good and stuff. And why I'm also bringing this video up, I told you guys that I wanted to really, present, or tell my side of my gay life and what I did throughout my life and what affected me throughout my life. And that's important to me. But being gay is not everything that I am, if you know what I mean. So it's not everything that I am. So I need to also bring other aspects that's going to also help you understand who Jason is, So that's the thing that I wanted to get out there, is that, there's other aspects in my life that I have certain views on or stuff. And it's important for people to understand that. And I was talking to Aiden the other day. I talked to Aiden, not the other day, I'm sorry, yesterday. I talked to him yesterday about something that has my mind going. And now it's starting to kind of click what Aiden was trying to say. And Aiden and I don't have a lot of the same views on certain things. More just like recently, I started to notice certain things that what has been happening in the media, in government, in our society, and it's starting to concern me. And it's not really conspiracy, I don't think, but it's more of a concern to the fact of some things just has is just weird to me, if I should say. So things that has been happening just recently. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But I realize that, we have the right, which is your Republicans, right? And then you have the left, which is your Democrats. But everybody, there's that slim, if you put them side by side, and then you have that slim middle, that margin of maybe unidentified voters or people who doesn't have a view either way, or you have those people that has a certain view but is too afraid to say it. That view is not being heard, and it's very unfortunate because you have loudmouths on one side and loudmouths on the other that is screaming at each other and not trying to get their points across. But you have that slim margin of people that has a mind of their own and is very more, I shouldn't say conservative or liberal, but it's really middle, like myself. I don't think I adopt everything that the left says, or left, that everything the left says or everything the right says. I don't feel, and I'm in the last election and a couple of elections before, I was a registered Democrat, which a lot of times I vote depending on what their qualifications are and how they handled certain situations in their career. However, I'm starting to realize that both sides, Republicans or Democrats, I don't care who you are, and you have really strong views, which I did in the last election. I had very strong views, but I'm starting to realize that people are very mean. People can be very evil, and they can be very toxic when certain things are said. You can't have, for some reason, I realize that people don't want another point of view if it differs from them. It's either it's garbage. Somebody said that to me today. It's political garbage, or it's untrue, or it's just plain ignorant, or they use these words as weapons against people and to try to shut down an argument, where to me it's not basic. It's not a basic. It's not a basis for even finishing up that conversation. I feel in my heart that everybody should have a voice. Everybody should have a mind of their own. And I have some strong feelings, and people has some strong feelings, and have told me about that. But they've been respectful. A lot of them have. So this whole notion of, you have to pick a side, or you have to have a view, or you have to adopt somebody else's view on things, is plain bullshit. Okay, and I'm going to be very honest and just blunt about it. Okay, if you knew me for a couple of years, and this is what's frustrating me, is that if you know me for a couple of years, and I have never been disrespectful to you, or I've never been disrespectful to anybody, then you should know me by now. I'm okay with somebody else having a voice. I'm okay with them having their say. But it, that why it kind of triggered me a little bit is that people are so close, or so brand new, that they think it's okay. They think I'm going a certain way, but they're all triggered for some reason by something that I don't agree with. And then all of a sudden, what triggered me was they took me off of Facebook, which nowadays you have to think, okay, that's a new way of making friends. Just lean into that. It's a new way of making friends. So Just because somebody has a different point of view doesn't mean that you should lose friends, family, whatever, just because that you don't agree with them. Now, if they don't align with you morally, then it's something that you deal with. But if you're the type that just goes on your computer and then all of a sudden you see one post from a person that you never post about anything else, and then you take them off because you don't like them. Not like them, but you don't like their view. Then what does that say about you as a person? What does that say about us as people? I don't think I've ever taken someone off just because I didn't like their view. I probably have muted them. I probably had them disappear from my timeline for a little bit, and even one of my friends, Beth, that I knew for years, she's admitted that she's put me on mute. So why is it? Is it human nature or something to just let go of people? Just abandon people like that? If just because they don't see the same view as you, or they say something that is very blunt and just to the point, okay? Because I did say, okay, I made a clear thing about, something about the abortions and the right to choose and the vaccine and the right to choose. I was very specific on that. So I can have a voice. I can have a say, but I realize that if you tend to go one way, and you're registered with that other party, that other party will leave you in the dust. That automatically will leave you in the dust and not care about what you have to say. And that's political garbage. Okay, so to me, people need to realize that there's that middle line that people tend to sometimes go back and forth, and I do that a lot. Hey, I'm a Libra, and I try to balance out what is out there and try to figure out what is right from wrong. That's me. That's my personality. And if you don't like that, I'm sorry, but allow me to have a voice. Just like how it's only right for me to have you have a voice. Okay? People can have their voice without having this feeling of rejection, this feeling of abandonment, this feeling of the fear of people calling them names and not liking them. Why does it have to go that route? We've spent 4 years under the last president being so negative, and now under this president, nothing has changed. It's still a political football that is being thrown in left and right. And I don't like it. I want to stay in the middle and have that voice be heard too. And that's the reason why in this podcast I'm going to say what I feel. And I don't consider myself a Democrat or a Republican. I'm going to be right in the middle. I'm going to be feeling like, it's independent. I'm going to have my independent thinking of how I'm looking at things. So if my view skews from yours and you have a problem with it, I just hope you're okay with it. You'll get over it. Just get over it, because I'm going to allow you to have that same type of, avenue of having your own thoughts. And if I feel something strongly about something, then I probably will say it, but I'm not going to be mean about it. I'm not going to be rude. Why does it have to go that route? And that's the problem that I'm having. that's the problem that, we need to figure out. What does that say about you as a person if you go the route of calling names, or just taking people off your friends list, or just just unfriending people in real life, or just cutting people off because they went a certain way? Now, I it just baffles me, because it's just amazing, and maybe I'm just harping on it too much, and this is my avenue of just letting myself be heard. And I don't care if anybody does not hear me, but I'm going to be probably saying my piece, and probably it's going to be teeter-tottering, whether it's Republican views or Democratic views. Okay? Because of the fact that some of the people on the left and the right are not very mature enough to have a conversation, to allow themselves to have other people have a different point of view. Okay, and that's kind of sad, to say the least. And I feel bad for those type of people. So, I'm not going to take anybody off my list just because of those things. If you're rude to me, if you're very rude, and you're just, I don't trust that you're a nice person, then possibly I will take you off my list. But there's hardly ever, maybe in a handful of people, maybe 2 handfuls, I can say that I actually took people off. But it got to a point where, I'm going to say this piece, it got to a point where they got ugly with me first. So, yeah, it's only human nature to react to certain things and get down and petty when it comes to certain things. So I'm okay with that. And that's pretty much, again, lean into whatever your strength is, right? I'm okay with being a little petty, but that's who I am. Like it or leave it, right? Is the motto, I guess. But don't leave me. I don't like abandonment. But the thing is that's just my feelings over the last couple of weeks, that people has just gotten really mean and just gotten really horrible. And it's the loudest one speaking in the room, from the right or the left, and they don't know how to act. And I thought we changed from having Trump in the office, but we really didn't do much, because still we have this, instead of kind of understanding the other side, we're still using words like garbage. We're still using words like stupid, or you're crazy, or you're just a lunatic, or you're just a conspiracy theorist. We've gotten past that. We should get past that, but for some reason we haven't. And sorry to say, Democrats, you need to get over it. Stop being triggered, like the Republicans say. And Republicans also shouldn't be starting to get triggered, because I noticed that a lot of Republicans nowadays are being triggered quite a bit. So it's shameful, making our country look bad, making you look bad. It's just shameful. So stop. Oh my God, stop. Anyways, off my soapbox. As you can see, I'm actually standing at my stand-up desk because I just wanted to have this sermon today. So I'm grateful that I have you all, for the few listeners, followers, and all of that. So please, 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 just stay safe out there. There's something out there. And I feel like not everything is being told. And, it's unfortunate. So, but I want everybody to stay safe out there. Whatever safe means to you. Wear your mask. I truly believe in wearing mask. I truly believe in your body, your choice. And that's what caused all this drama. So to me, I really believe in those certain things. Can there be a mixture? Yes. Okay. But let's just be real about the labels that we also, that's another thing. Just let's be real about the labels that we put on certain things. If we're going to label something, label it correctly. Okay? And that's what if you got me on Facebook, most of you know what I was talking about. Okay, and some of you commented on what I was talking about. And it's okay to have a certain view. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with you having a certain view. I'm okay with you being pro-choice. But you go pro-choice, go get it. You do it yourself. So that's what I'm talking about. It's just, allow people to have their say. Allow them to have that, because once we stop doing that, and once we start to have other people control the way we think, the way we act, the way we do things, how much more can that continue to happen? And especially if they haven't done everything and anything or everything that they can to isolate this issue. So let's just be real about that, okay? But I can honestly say that whenever you hear me on here, you're going to hear the truth. I'm going to be very blunt. I'm going to be myself. And that means if I'm myself, I'm going to tell you what I feel, whether it is a right-leaning thing or a left-leaning thing. Okay, so I came to a realization, I'm coming out of the closet now, to say I'm neither of those, Republican or Democrat, right or left. I'm right in the middle. I like to take it in the middle, people. Anyways, I know this video is getting a little long, 21 minutes of me ranting. So I know how much you love me ranting, but I just wanted to say that. I love you guys, and I will do a TikTok video today just to lighten the mood. So I love you, and kisses to everybody. If you guys are listening on podcast, please subscribe. YouTube videos, please subscribe. And then all the you can get on Apple, YouTube, wherever podcast or video your YouTube videos are. Okay, well, of course we know where YouTube videos are, but just to say that. But I wanted to say thank you. I'll talk to you guys later. Love ya. Bye.